Can you hear me now? I was muted.
I can hear you.
Okay,
Can
not
you hear me?
you.
I can hear everybody.
So you didn't hear anything I said. Okay. I accidentally had it muted. My bad. I was trying to get two. You still can't hear me? Let me know if you can or you can't hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, you can. All right. So I was trying to get two cameras going. One here where I would tilt it down so you could see what I'm working on. And then one so you could see me. But it's not going to work like that. So I couldn't. I spent like 10 minutes trying to get them going here and it didn't work. So I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can see. I'm just going to work on some junk journal stuff today. I have an old magazine here. Maybe cut some stuff out of that. We've got all kinds of different papers. This thing's pretty thick already, but I guess we have a few more pages. These back ones I can probably take out. Well, we'll see what we can do here. Got George Bush. I know Laura Bush is in here somewhere. I tucked her in here. All right. Let's just see. I'm going to turn you down so you can see the table. I'm just going to work on cutting out some stuff and see. We have all this ephemera. Why not put it to use, right? I have an old card game box here. I'm going to cut that apart. When I opened it up, it was different cards in there. So the cards weren't even in there that I thought were in there. Anyway, it is what it is. We're having an ephemera sale on Thursday. So I thought it would be appropriate to do maybe some little junk journaling here. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. So I don't think I am an expert at this because I'm just doing what I want, I guess. But I do have some cool paper. Let's see what we can use as a backdrop for the page. I have some graph paper here. That might be kind of fun. Let's pull a page of that out. And I think if I fold it in half, I'm going to turn the camera down so you can see what I'm working on, okay? And you can give me some tips and tricks. So I'm going to just fold this and cut it in half. And this does not have to be perfect. Because if I'm doing it, it's not going to be perfect. Who likes perfection anyway? It's overrated. So I do have a paper cutter here, but it's not wide enough to cut this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to tear it. I think when I took a class from Michelle, it was just like a little couple hours thing. She said tearing the paper is what you're supposed to do anyway. So let's just tear it and let's see what we got here. I could not find my glue. I don't know what I did with the glue. Just a hot mess today. But I do have a glue stick here. Does anybody here do junk journals? Because I really have no idea what I'm doing. So does anybody here junk journal, scrapbook, do anything like that? You can give me some tips and tricks on how to do it, because at this point, you know what? I might have put the glue on the wrong end. That's okay. We're going to put some at the top. This glue stick, I don't know how old this thing is, but it smells. So we're going to stick this down. And then I'll cut the excess off. had like a little roller thing too. I need to go through all of my, thank you, Kim. I need to go through all my crafting supplies and just organize them, get rid of stuff that I no longer use, that sort of thing. See if we can cut the excess off. All right, put glue where I wasn't supposed to put the glue. That's all right. Let me get some of this off and then we'll fine tune it. My hands always shake, by the way, so had some caffeine today, so that probably didn't help. All right. Make it a little less messy. Stick. And if you have a craft, why don't you grab your craft and we can craft together? Except I can't see what you're doing, so I would have to send you an invite and put you on the screen. Know what I'm saying? There's a little piece here that I don't want. Probably made it worse than what it was. Good enough. I don't know if I can get to this angle. What is caffeine? Oh, you don't do caffeine? What the heck? Mm-mm. I need my Coca-Cola to function. Let me just tell you. I should have just folded it over. That would have been the smart thing to do. But no. Good enough. All right. We got our graph paper on this side here. It is what it is. I am going to just throw that on the floor and I will pick it up later. Let's take a look here at our magazine and see what we got. I know I did set aside some little cards. We've got the Dunka Shane dog card here. We've got some Snoopy. This one's really cute. Little tennis court with Woodstock. But I don't know if that really goes. I guess it kind of would, but let's see. We've got some squirrels and some little mice. Let's see what's in this magazine here. It's an old one. Falling apart. Paid 50 cents for it at a estate sale. Garage sale, something. Hi, Angela. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're working on a junk journal. And I just glued down my back sheet. Now I'm going to look for some cool graphics to stick in there. Corn, soya. See if there's any cool graphics. Otherwise, I have a ton of ephemera I can use. I'm having a sale. Oh, I love this dog. Why don't we do him? I'm having an ephemera sale on Thursday if anybody wants to come. Should be pretty funny. I got all the stuff all set up. Well, you can't see it behind me, but yeah, the Dash dog. We're gonna cut him out. Should be pretty fun. 8 p.m. If you like little ephemera items, cards and greeting cards and playing cards and game cards. I think I have a couple magazines. So if anybody ever wants to do a craft along with me, can certainly, I would love that. We could just sit here and chat and just work on crafts. It's kind of where I'm gearing my page a little bit more towards. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of the stuff that I have in my hoard and do something more that I enjoy, where there's a lot less drama, if you know what I'm saying. So if anybody ever wants to do a craft along, just let me know. Be on your channel, my channel, I don't care. Something fun and relaxing. Yeah, my hands are so shaky. It's always this hand that shakes. But yeah, I just, you know, you do it for fun and it becomes not fun, right? It's like, why am I doing this? Yesterday we went out estate sailing and I really didn't buy a whole lot of stuff. I kind of just bought stuff that I wanted or I liked and not so much for resale. So here comes Gino down the stairs. What is, oh, gross. He's cleaning out our shower and he's got it all apart and he's bringing all the pieces down to the basement to wash them. Like the shower head, and now he has the little drain plate thing. This is tedious work here. What is everybody doing today? We just actually walked in. We went to his mom's house and picked her up and took her to the pancake house for a late lunch. They make these huge pancakes. Hi, Bree. You're driving across the desert. That's got to be nice. We're expecting some storms here. We were supposed to have some yesterday. So far, it's just been high wind. But no tornadoes or anything here yet. It looks like snow is headed our way, which is odd because it's been in the 70s. It's so unpredictable, the weather here. These scissors are so sharp. Where are you headed, Bree? Back home? Because you were in California, right? Keep stabbing myself with the tips of these. I like to get every little piece of white off of there. Makes you a little more nervous when you know people are watching you. How did you like San Francisco? Did you go into the city? You're brave if you did. We stopped going into San Francisco years before we moved out. It's just because the crime there is so bad. It's a neat city too. It's a shame. Now, Angela, if you're still here, where do you live? I just noticed he only has 1 foot showing. So I'm going to have to put something down there because I don't want to cut the dog bowl out. What state are you in, Angela? For some reason, I keep thinking you're in Pennsylvania, but I don't know. North of Chicago. Oh, well, maybe you're not too far from me. I'm in Toledo. We were up in Michigan yesterday. We came down. We were in it. Gino, how far out of Chicago were we yesterday? I know you can hear me in there. He's going to ignore me. And I don't think we were too far outside of Chicago. We should make plans to meet up. Just saying. I'm just saying. All right. Oh, I missed a piece up here by his ear. Let me get that. And then we are going to stick him down. All right. Got it. We put him over on the side. That would be probably the only place he would go. How far from Chicago were we yesterday? Do you know?
2.5 hours.
Yeah, a couple hours outside Chicago. We're what, 3-4 hours, maybe 3 hours away?
No, better part of 4.
Just my finger stuck to it. Okay. That's not too bad. Here we go. Well, it's not too far. It's not like Florida. That's 18 hours. How did I miss a whole side? I'm so messy when I craft too. Try not to be, but all right, stick down. Stick down. I feel like it's sticky on the top. Okay. We have him stuck down. He's stuck down. Now. This is a little tennis court thing. Almost would have to cut that off. I don't like that. Should we keep looking? Well, actually, there's a can of dog food right here. The only crappy thing is it's got that US thing on it. And I just want the dog food. I could put the dog food like he's holding the can. But then again, I have that US thing on there. And I don't want that on there. So let's see if we can have him holding something else. Unexpected, maybe. I'm going to throw all my paper on the floor. Let's see. Oh, we got a can of Green Giant beans. I think the can's too big though. Crisco. Pillsbury. And I wish I could find my container that has all of my, you know what I did? Hold on one second, guys. Let me look in here. Wait, that chair out of the way. I've got craft shit everywhere, except where it's supposed to be. And I thought it was in here, but I don't see it in there, so I have all kinds of little tags and stuff that would look really cute. And I don't know what I did with them. These are all kinds of labels and bills. So we'll take a look at those as soon as I find something. The green beans are too big for him to hold. Because I would do that. Oh, that Bon Ami is cute. The little chick. But again, it has the little bubble that goes into the picture, and I don't want that. Don't want that. This magazine's old. What year is this? All right, well, if I've not seen anything here, I'll move on to something else. Whirlpool. All right, I don't see anything that's going to work for that. Move that there. I got a whole bin down here on the floor just full of weird stuff. The Toledo Railroad Company. I've got maps, children's books. These are those Jim Holtz. Was there a corn cob facing the green bean can? Oh, did I miss that? Let's take a look. Oh, there's some maple syrup. Cornflakes. There's a can of Del Monte corn. It's smaller. That might work. No corn cob. But we can do Del Monte golden corn. It's a little small. But why not? Give it a try. We will give it a try. I gotta clean all this mess up. My gosh. Vintage corn. Oh, there it is. Halloween on the back. All right. Let me just cut it and see size-wise how it's gonna work. It's corn. Still won't help with his missing leg down here, but I can definitely put corn in his hand, and then we'll find something else to go down here to cover up his missing foot. How about that? It's cornlicious. When I lived out in California, they didn't have junk journals. Like, that wasn't a thing. I did scrapbooking back in the day, and really liked that, but I didn't like doing it by myself, right? You want to do it with a group of people, and you can like get ideas from each other and eat snacks and chit chat. It's not as boring, because when you're with a group of people, that's where you get all your ideas. So when I lived here, I had a lot of friends that loved scrapbooks, so we would scrapbook all the time. But then when I moved out to California, I was alone. I wonder if I could slide it underneath. But what I did enjoy, and I might have glued that down already, I enjoyed doing, what was it called? Now I've lost the word. Where you would layer the pictures, collages. I would cut different things out, use pictures of Gino and I and places we've been and I would do a collage. It was so fun and relaxing. I actually did a few collages for the place where I worked as art pieces. Hi, Karen. You're not late. We're not really doing anything fancy here. We're just kind of crafting and chatting. It's corn. Okay, he's holding this corn. I'm gonna put a little glue. That glue stick is not easy to use, so let me see. Can't find my regular glue, so we'll make do with this. So we've got our vintage dog holding a can of corn. See, he's only got one leg, so I got to put something down there. We got the graph paper. We got the graph paper behind. Let's see if I have a ticket or something that's like long and horizontal. Horizontal. The guest check is pretty cool. I need something horizontal. It's going to drive me crazy that I cannot find all my craft stuff. And I can picture what it looks like. It's got a little handle on it. And it's not in here. Where is it? I have no idea. I don't know. It's not where it's supposed to be. That's for sure. Ugh. Ooh, there's one of the glue pens. I don't know if that still works. I've got all kinds of bits and pieces in here. This is a receipt book. That's too big. I need something long right here. It's going to drive me nuts. That's too wide. I guess that might work, but it's... We got a guest check. Here's a World's Fair ticket. That's too, like, bright. You like collaging? Woohoo! All right. I haven't done it in a while. I mean, it's not like there's rules and stuff to it, right? You just layer the stuff up. Like this would be considered, right? You're layering stuff on top of each other. Well, let me see what I have behind me here. I know I have a train ticket back here that's long and skinny. These are actual old train tickets. Ooh, you can see my polka dot pajama pants. Woohoo! Didn't think about that. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. We have to put something here to cover up his leg, but nothing is really looking right. Let me turn it around. You can see what I'm talking about there. He's only got one leg holding canned corn. What the heck? What? What the heck? Let me take a look in here real quick. These are all my papers. I'm so mad that I can't, that I don't have my stuff. These are all just decorative paper and magazines. Nothing that I really want. We got some children's book, a pillow, a dog bowl. There's an Easter bunny. We got a frog. Ooh, there's a farmer guy. He's looking for his can of corn. Fox. What does the fox say? This is great use. Oh my gosh, look at the little mermaid. Isn't she cute? Great use for old children's books that are falling apart. That you can't do anything with. What page did you use as your base? It looks like a vintage pen. It is. It's one of these. I just ripped one of these in half. One of these graph paper. Kind of had a plaid look to it, so we put that down first. This book was falling apart, but it has the cutest illustrations in here. Trying to see if something would go with our little dog here. And nothing is jumping out at me. There's a train. The train might work, but then I would have to cut into my fox and my farmer, and I'm not willing to do that. You definitely got to look what's on both sides. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. So these are really cute, but I don't think this is right for this page. Let's see what else we have here. Some old ladies. You ever just get stuck? I have all of these little really cool tags, like old tags, but they're all in that container and I don't know where it is. Let me see what I have back here. I have a bunch of really cool ephemera stuff. This is a train car. That's too big. I have price tags. Let me see how one of these price tags looks. Oh, cool. That's too big. It's too forced. I'm having a block. And I'm angry because I don't know where that is. This is a little smaller. That's not bad. 3 for $10. Any suggestions, guys? One of these little cards might work. It says a 3-legged stool, a load of hay, some spruce gum, and a pair of socks. No idea. But that might work there. That just might work. What do you say? Do we like that? It's weird. Definitely weird, and that's my jam. Let's just do it. What do we got to lose? I'll show you some of my other pages that I did. He's like a three-legged stool. That's right. This glue is so old. I wasn't even sure if it was going to work. We got it. So far, we got. Okay. I'll show you some of my other pages while that dries. I like to use just all kinds of little bits and making pockets. Oh, here's one of those old tags right here. I have a whole bunch of these in my craft thing. Make little pockets using bits of old children's books, doilies, magazines. This is a pocket here. I've got stuff down in. Pictures and all kinds of stuff. Old bits from magazines and books. Advertisements. If your children's books are falling apart, there they go. There's George Bush and Laura Bush. Let's put them in one of these pockets because they're lost. They're out of town on a trip and lost their way. Here, we're going to put you right in here. Okay. Here you go. Here's your man. Here's your man. I love this one. It's an old elf. And then I took a crayon thing and have them beaming up to crayons. Curious George. You can use buttons. Whatever you want. So, all right, let's see what we got going on here. We got these ladies. We got a receipt. Let's see if I can rip it without ripping it. These are old. I ripped it. Well, shucks. I'm going to be doing a craft along with Dee and Tammy from Vintage Uprising, Texas, and Margot, Vintage Peep Show Go-Go. We're going to be doing I'm going to teach them how to felt. So that should be fun. All right, we're going to add a old receipt. Anybody wants to do, like I said, a craft along one afternoon, preferably on a Sunday, let me know. And we'll do that. You can have me on your channel or I have you on mine. This is what we got going on so far. I really like that background. And there's something cool that you can do to raise it up off. Thank you, Kim. Off the page, you can use this foam tape or pop dots, and whatever you set down will pop up off the page, which is kind of fun. Let's see. I'm just kind of sticking stuff wherever. No rhyme or reason. I got a whole thing of buttons here. You could actually glue down a button or two if you wanted to. You know, glue it right there. Trying to see if any of these buttons jump out at me. Got a whole cigar box full. That one has like a wood look. That's kind of interesting. I'm one of those people that's has to have it like symmetrical. I try to be like super artsy and make it uneven and like not so matchy, but I like everything to have a balance to it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really see anything. We got kind of like a pink theme. What's pink? Purple. There's pink. Yeah. I'll skip the buttons. Skip that. What else do we have? Let's see. This is all little stuff. Probably not for junk journaling, but what is that? These are letters or something. That's weird. All right, let's see what we got going on in here. I don't know what these are, but I'm just going to dump them in there. This stuff's all too thick. Oh, there's a rainbow magnet. Gumball machine. I don't even know where this stuff came from. What's going on? We got a shamrock pin. My craft stuff is a mess, you guys. It just is. Don't know where that came from. So let's see. What else do we have? Let's see these Tim Holtz. Or Jim Holtz. Jim Holtz. I put that there. These might be all too big. Yes, I do one. Oh my gosh, I try to be so organized, Karen, and it is not working. I don't have the right size, like, containers for some things, so it's all everywhere. It just flippin' annoys me so bad. Do you like this little girl down at the bottom? Let me see. She kind of overlaps. And then we can put this one up here in this corner or put it off center over here. It might be too much pink on that one side now that I'm looking at it online or in the screen. Come on. That's too long. Do we like her down there or no? Is she too bright? Because he's kind of faded and she's a bright color. I don't know if I like her there. And she can't be up here because she has to be on a flat. Unless we have her go sideways, which would be really weird. Or upside down. And that would be even stranger. What do you think? What do you say? What do you say? me see if I have something else that goes up here. That might be better. At the bottom looks good. You don't think she's too bright white? I do have like the antiquing stuff, but and I can pop dot her up to stand her off of the page, which looks kind of cool. Why don't we do that? Can't find some of my crafting stuff, Bubba.
Whose fault was that?
You.
I doubt it.
It's your fault.
I put my stuff away when I'm done with it.
I do too. I don't know where I did with it.
You be telling all those falsehoods in front of the people on the internet.
What'd you say?
You be telling all those falsehoods in front of everybody on the internet.
Mm-hmm. I'm a very organized person. What do you mean? I should not have used these scissors with the sticky stuff. I'm going to have to get the sticky stuff off my scissors. Ugh. Yeah, Gino's secretly crafting and taking my supplies. Probably.
Last time I crafted, I was making pot holders when I was 10 years old with my grandmother, for God's sake. That's pretty much the end of it.
Bree said that's what you're doing.
Well, Bree don't know what she's talking about.
She does. She knows you.
What do they say? Cray cray?
Yeah, right. Ah. Okay. We pop dotted her. Right there, I used the foam tape so she kind of sits up off of the page a bit. You can't really tell from this angle, but she's sitting up. She's not flat on the page. And now I got to clean these scissors because that was dumb. You can get actual pop dots that are already cut apart. They're little circles rather than doing that. Let's see. What do we want to put up at the top? Kind of like it even here, and then I could put something here. But what? I need some embellishment in the middle. I think next time I do this, I'm going to be better prepared. I have some milk caps here. That might be kind of fun. Let's see. Let me find some different size ones. Got a whole bowl of milk caps. Find one that looks good. Chocolate milk. Corn and chocolate milk. It's just a plain milk one. Milk and corn. Whipping cream. We also have little cake toppers. This one says best wishes in pink. I kind of like that in the middle. too big to go above his head. Best wishes. I got happy birthday. Happy birthday in yellow. Never thought to use these in junk journals, but these are great because they're flat, right? Happy birthday. And the milk caps are great too. What do you think? Do you like happy birthday or do you like best wishes? I think best wishes is probably better, right? It's not my birthday. In the middle. Got lots of Christmas ones. Even some Easter ones. Do you like this layout? We're going to do it. We're doing it. Okay. Can't even tell if that's straight or not. The best wishes, I'm going to have to use glue. Got my corners stuck down. I'm not used to using a glue stick. All right. Definitely going to have to pick up some more glue. Okay. Let's see. We just need some music. All right. Everything is stuck down. We got the little dog with the can of corn. Feel like we need something above the dog's head. I just ordered some glue sticks. I forgot they existed. You forgot glue sticks existed? What? You can't really use glue sticks with this because it will bubble up, right? It's too thick. Mother Goose. This book's in really bad condition. Oh. Scissors. Let me see if I can do this the proper way. That's too close. A little bit more. I feel like it's a little crooked. It's hard to do it when you get down to such a small size. Let me see if I can. It says the little dog laughed to see such a sport. So we'll put that up in the open area there. Actually, I need to cut a little bit more off. I have this old-fashioned slicer too, but it's freaking heavy. It's too heavy to use properly. Ugh. That on the floor. I need a little garbage can to throw all the little bits and stuff into. All right, I gotta trim the top of this. Now your crafts don't look like I was trying. Oh my God, girl. You're too funny. I feel like mine are always like off. See, this is still off. When it gets so little like that, you can't even, you almost have to do it by hand. All right, well, it's good enough. It's not perfect, but oh well. Fills up that spot up there. Done deal. This is our page we did today. We incorporated a magazine, old children's card game, a cupcake pick, a children's book, and an old receipt. And this is new from Jim Holtz. But we have another page done in our book here, and it's getting to be super thick. I haven't wrote in it or anything. I do love these. If you ever come across these little bear books, you can see them there. They have the cutest illustrations. I think I have some pages still in here. A lot of times they'll have little like gnomes and stuff in them. They're really, really cute. And you can usually find them at the Goodwill or wherever you thrift. Fairly cheap. I like those, and I love using, what is the name of this illustrator? Where is he? This little critters. The little critters. The little guy. Those are so cute to use. But you can use whatever you want. A lot of this stuff is just cut out of magazines, old books. There he is. These little ones here. I just love them. And there's a little bear one there. They're really fun to do. My favorite are children's books for sure. And I don't even know if I'm doing this right, but it's my version. This one. This little fella. I love him. He's so cute. Well, we got one page done, and I think we are at 6 o'clock. So I've been on here for an hour. So maybe I'll hop on again and we'll do another page, and you guys can help me like you did today. That was great. I'm going to find my craft stuff so I have what I need to do it, rather than, you know, just using the little bit that I could find. So I like to have everything available, and then it, you know, it's there if I want to use it, basically, right? I don't even know how this worked. But that would be cute in here too. I would just have to cut the little wood stock off the back, but that's for another day. I appreciate you all for joining me today. It was a lot of fun. I don't do the craft alongs very much. And I definitely have never done a junk journal craft along because I don't know what I'm doing, but we figured it out and we got a page done here. So that's always fun. If you're interested in doing a craft along with me, just shoot me an email, message me on Instagram, whatever. And we can definitely do one together. We'll each have a little square on the screen so we can see what each other is doing. We can chat and do crafts and drink a cocktail if you want. Because it is fun, but it's always fun to do it when you have someone else to do it with. So, Bree, I expect an email from you. Kim, I expect an email. Karen, y'all better be emailing me. Angela. Yeah, I didn't think anybody would actually be here with me while I did it, but 8 of you were here, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you on Thursday. We're going to do an ephemera day. You can see I have it all set up back here, all ready to go. Lots of little vintage cards. Great for your junk journals. Price tags. All kinds of stuff. Little pockets. I didn't even think we could use one of these in our junk journal as a pocket already made. You just glue it down, put stuff in it. Popcorn bags, flashcards. So stop in 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and we'll have fun selling ephemera. Everything's priced really low. The cards, some of them $2 for $1, some of them $1. We've got vintage greeting cards over here. That's one thing I could have used was a vintage greeting card. I have a ton of them. $1 and $2 starts on those. So yeah, got some magazines. So should be a good time. You can fill up your craft supply and then we can do a craft along together. You all have a good night and we'll see you back here soon. Take care, be safe, and have a great weekend. Rest what's left of it. Bye, everyone.